This video is about she was his mate but her blood was poison. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. ***, she was his mate but her blood was poison. ***. The moon hung heavy and low in the night sky, casting an ethereal glow over the sprawling woods of Silverclaw Ridge. The air was thick with tension as the howl of a wind echoed off the trees, a mournful sound that carried secrets of the night. In the heart of the forest, a powerful presence stirred. Ethan, the alpha of the Silverclaw pack, stood at the edge of a cliff, his muscles taut, his senses heightened. He could feel the pulse of the earth beneath his feet, the rhythm of nature resonating through him. The glow of the moon illuminated his chiseled features, but it wasn't the moon's light that set his heart racing. No, it was a scent that lingered in the air like a soft whisper, a scent that was hauntingly familiar. Luna, he breathed, the name slipping from his lips like a prayer. Luna was an enigma. She was fierce yet gentle, a contradiction that intrigued him from the moment their paths had crossed. But with her intoxicating beauty and fierce spirit came in darkness a secret that threatened to unravel everything. He remembered the first time he had seen her, her hair cascading like a waterfall of midnight as she danced with the shadows. "Ethan," she had said, her voice like honey, "you shouldn't be here." He could still hear the warning in her tone, a melody of concern that only deepened his resolve. It had been forbidden for an alpha to be drawn to an outsider, and especially an outsider with a curse woven into her very blood. A curse that could spell disaster for his pack. "Luna!" he called out, his voice echoing through the trees. The moment felt electric, each heartbeat drumming in sync with the wild, untamed magic that flowed through the forest. "I am here," she replied softly, stepping out from the shadows. Her eyes glimmered like emeralds, fierce and vulnerable all at once. But as she approached, Ethan sensed a change in the air, the weight of something dark trailing behind her. "Did you find what you were looking for?" he asked, attempting to bridge the gap between them. She hesitated, her gaze drifting to the ground, where shadows danced at her feet. "I found something, but it's not for you to understand. You wouldn't want to. Try me." His voice was firm, a commanding presence that had kept his pack safe for years. But with Luna, he was just a man, vulnerable and desperate for her trust. "I am not like you, Ethan. My blood, it is poison." Her voice cracked, a word spilling forth like a confession. "I am cursed, and being with me could destroy everything you love." A moment of silence enveloped them, a chasm filled with unspoken fears. Ethan stepped closer, drawn by an instinct deeper than himself. "Your blood doesn't define you, Luna. You are my mate. We are destined." She flinched at the word, as if it burned her tongue. "Destiny as a way of complicating things. You don't know what I carry within me." "Then tell me." His brow furrowed, concern etching lines on his forehead. "Whatever it is, we'll face it together. That's what mates do." Luna looked up, her gaze fierce yet filled with sorrow. "I was born under a dark omen, Ethan, my mother. She was a witch, cursed by a vengeful spirit. My blood is tainted, and every time I draw close to someone, it pulls the darkness to them." The weight of her words hung in the air, a tangible force that threatened to break him. "You think I care about a curse?" he replied, his voice rising in frustration. "I care about you. I want you by my side. And I want to be there, but—" She steeled herself, her voice breaking. "If I stay, I could bring ruin to your pack. I refuse to risk that." Ethan's heart ached as he watched the internal battle play out on her face. "You re not just a curse, Luna. You re my mate, my future. I can't lose you to fear." "Fear?" she echoed, her voice sharp. "You don't understand. I watched my mother fall into madness because of her curse. I can't let you suffer that same fate." He reached for her, his fingers brushing against her arm, igniting a fire of connection that surged through them. But she stepped back, the distance between them feeling insurmountable. "You have to let me go, Ethan." "Never," he whispered fiercely. "I can't let you walk away. You belong here with me. We belong together." For a fleeting moment, hope flickered in her eyes, but it was quickly extinguished. "If that's not enough, Ethan, love isn't a shield against darkness. You'll see that. You'll regret this." "No, I want he." He took a step forward, his pulse racing. "I will fight for you until my last breath." Luna shook her head, tears spilling down her cheeks. "And what if I can't fight for myself? What if I am the one who causes the darkness to consume you?" The moonlight wrapped around them, casting an otherworldly glow as Ethan felt the pull of his wolf deep within him, urging him to protect her. "If you are my darkness, then I will be your light, no matter the cost." But her eyes dimmed, and she turned away, leaving him standing alone with the weight of her burden. You don't understand what it means to carry this. You think love can conquer all, but it can save us from fate. Ethan clenched his fists, frustration boiling within him. Then let me share it with you. Let me be part of your fight. She hesitated, a flicker of longing in her gaze. But then the shadows returned, and so did her resolve. You deserve a life free from this. Don't chase after an illusion, Ethan. With those final words, she vanished into the depths of the forest, leaving Ethan anchored to the spot, his heart shattering into 1,000 jagged pieces. Silence swallowed his pleas, the woods echoing with the pain of their separation. Days turned into weeks, and his longing transformed into a dark shadow that loomed over the pack. Without Luna, Ethan felt incomplete, as if the world had lost its color. The laughter of his packmates felt distant, their concerns muted by the storm raging within him. One night, while patrolling the borders, he caught a whiff of her scent, faint but undeniable. The thrill of hope sparked within him, igniting a fire he thought was extinguished. He followed the trail through the woods, his heart pounding as he navigated the twisting path. But the deeper he ventured, the more he sensed the shift in the air, the heaviness of impending danger. The darkness that Luna spoke of hung like a cloud, and he soon found himself a clearing where the moonlight battled against the shadows. There she stood, surrounded by a ring of ancient stones, her form silhouetted against the luminescence of the moon. But she wasn't alone. A figure clothed in darkness loomed over her, whispering words that twisted through the night like poison. Luna, Ethan growled, stepping forward, his instincts flaring with protective rage. She looked at him, eyes wide with fear. Ethan, Dante, you can't be here. The dark figure turned, revealing a twisted smile that sent shivers down his spine. Ah, the mighty Alpha, how noble of you to come to her rescue. Let her go. Ethan snarled, his wolf demanding to be unleashed. Ah, but she is already mine, the figure chuckled, fingers reaching toward Luna's outstretched hand. Her blood is the key to my revival. With it, I shall reclaim my power. No. Luna's voice was a desperate cry, but the figure's grip restrained her, holding her in place. Ethan surged forward, adrenaline coursing through him. You will not harm her. As he lunged, the shadows erupted, crackling with energy as their worlds collided in a blinding flash. The air was filled with the scent of burning earth, and with every ounce of strength, he fought against the darkness that threatened to consume them both. Ethan. Luna screamed, her voice piercing through the chaos. In that moment, everything became clear. He understood that love wasn't merely a shield, it was a battle of fierce, unyielding force that demanded sacrifice. He would face whatever darkness lay ahead if it meant saving her. And as their eyes met, a bond of destiny flared, illuminating the night with the promise of redemption. With every ounce of power within him, Ethan roared a sound that echoed through the realms, calling forth the strength of the Silver Claw Pack. Together, they would face the shadows, and together, they would ignite a light that could conquer even the darkest of curses. Ethan's roar resonated through the clearing, shaking the ancient stones that circled Luna and the dark figure. The fragile bond between the realms of light and shadow hung in the balance, and everything seemed to move in slow motion as he lunged forward, fueled by a primal rage. Luna's heart raced as she watched Ethan fight against the shadows that twisted around her, desperate for freedom. Ethan, stop, she cried, her voice strained. You don't understand. That's not just me. He wants you too. The dark figure laughed, a sound that sent chills down her spine. You see, Alpha, she has already brought the darkness to you. Your love for her is your weakness. Ethan's eyes blazed with determination, every instinct in his body screaming to protect her. You will not take her from me. He lunged again, muscles taut as he pushed through the darkness, igniting his wolf-esque power. Luna felt the energy shift as Ethan fought against the shadows. She strained against the figure's grip, fear and desperation coiling within her. Ethan, please, you have to trust me. You can't let the darkness consume you. No, he roared, defiance etched into his very being. I will not abandon you. The dark figure, undeterred, smiled wickedly as it drew closer to Luna. Her blood is the key to my resurrection. With it, I can reclaim what was lost and drown this world in shadow. You will see the folly of your love, Alpha. Suddenly, a surge of power pulsed through Luna, a warmth that spread from her heart to her fingertips. It felt ancient, primal, and she instinctively knew what she had to do. Ethan, listen to me, she shouted, as the shadows tightened the grip around her. Ethan. The urgency in her tone cut through the chaos. I can fight this, but you need to believe in me. We can do this together. His eyes locked onto hers, and for a moment time froze. In that instant, the connection between them sparked brighter than ever. Love swelled in his chest, a force that could rival even the darkest magic. I believe in you, Luna, always. The dark figure tightened its grip, and Luna felt the pressure building, but she refused to yield. Drawing on the ancient magic buried within her, she focused on her love for Ethan, their bond, their shared destiny. "I want to let you take us." With a fierce cry, she channeled her energy, sending a wave of light bursting forth. The shadows recoiled, shrieking as they writhed against the brilliance that surrounded them. Ethan, sensing the shift, pushed harder, the strength of his wolf igniting in response. Together, he growled, feeling their hearts beat as one, the bond of their souls wrapping around them like a shield. Luna nodded, the determination in her eyes igniting her courage. "I want to let my curse define us. We are stronger than this darkness." The dark figure stumbled back, anger etched into his features as he tried to regain control. "Foolish girl, you think you can break the curse that binds you. Your blood is my salvation." But Luna stood tall, her voice unwavering. "My blood may carry darkness, but it also carries light. You will not win." The energy between them surged, and as their hands clasped, a blinding light enveloped the clearing, illuminating every corner of the forest. Ethan felt the force of their love pouring into the air, a shimmering barrier of strength pushing back against the shadows. But the dark figure wasn't he finished. With a wave of his hand, the shadows writhed and twisted, forming monster shapes that lunged at them. "Ethan, look out!" Luna screamed as one of the shadowy figures rushed toward him. He pivoted, instinctively shielding her as the darkness collided against him. Pain shot through him, but he wouldn't let go. "You cannot have her," he roared, channeling the pain into power, forcing the shadows back. Luna felt the bond between them strain, but she remembered the words Ethan had spoken before. "If you are my darkness, then I will be your light." Drawing upon that promise, she summoned her strength anew, pouring energy into their connection. Suddenly, a brilliant light erupted from their hands, crashing against the darkness like a tidal wave. The shadows writhed and shrieked, and the dark figure's face twisted with rage. "No, I will not be denied." With one final surge of energy, Luna and Ethan pushed forward, their love of force unparalleled. The darkness shadowed, echoes of torment dissipating into the night air. The figure screamed, the sound piercing through the stillness before everything fell silent. As the light dimmed, Ethan and Luna stood amidst the remnants of the battle, breathless and shaken. The ancient stones glimmered softly in the moonlight, their power drained but still resonating with the love that had triumphed. "Ethan," Luna whispered, her voice trembling as tears brimmed in her eyes. Did we win?" He stepped closer, cupping her face in his hands, feeling the warmth radiate from her skin. "We did," he breathed, relief flooding his voice. "You are stronger than you know. Together, we defeated the darkness." But with victory came the weight of their trials. Luna's expression faltered, a flicker of doubt crossing her features. "But what if the darkness returns? What if I am still cursed?" Ethan shook his head, determination burning in his gaze. "You reunite your blood, Luna. You re so much more. We'll face whatever comes together." "But what if I hurt you?" she whispered, vulnerability lacing her words. "What if I bring ruin to your pack?" The intensity in Ethan's eyes softened, and he pulled her closer, wrapping his arms around her. "You are my mate, you are my heart. I'll protect my pack, and I will protect you, always." Tears streamed down Luna's cheeks as she leaned into him, her body trembling from the weight of everything that had happened. "I can bear the thought of losing you." "You want he promised, burying his face in her hair. "I want to let fear dictate our future. We'll fight for the love we share." Their breaths mingled in the cool night air, and as Ethan held her, the darkness that threatened to consume them began to fade. In the heart of the forest, beneath the watchful gaze of the moon, they found solace in one another. But their bond would be tested, for the echoes of the darkness still lingered, and the world was fraught with challenges yet to come. As the Silver Claw pack waited anxiously for their return, Ethan and Luna knew their journey was far from over. Together, Luna whispered, looking up into Ethan's eyes, the light of the moon reflecting in her emerald gaze. "We'll face everything together." "Together," he echoed, sealing their vow with a promise of love that would withstand any storm. They had a destiny to fulfill, a love to nurture, and a darkness to conquer. And in each other, they found the strength to do so. With one last look into the depths of the forest, Ethan led Luna back toward the pack, ready to face whatever awaited them. The night may have been dark and tumultuous, but their hearts burned bright with a light that could not be extinguished. And together, they would forge a new path, one filled with love, hope, and the promise of a future unshackled by the chains of fear. The path back to the Silver Claw pack was heavy with uncertainty, each step weighed down by the remnants of their battle against darkness. The moon hung high, casting an ethereal glow on the forest floor, illuminating the bruises on Ethan's soul. Luna walked beside him, her presence both a comfort and a reminder of the tempest they had just faced. "Ethan," she began softly, her voice laced with hesitation. "What if the shadows come back? What if they were stronger next time?" He turned to her, determination etched into his features. "We'll be ready. We won this battle, Luna. Together, we can face anything." But even as he spoke those words, doubt gnawed at his insides. The dark figure had hinted at a far deeper darkness tied to her blood, and a chill ran through him at the thought. The forest began to thin as they approached the pack-ass territory. Ethan could hear the distant sounds of laughter, the camaraderie of his packmates, but the joy felt muted, overshadowed by the darkness they had just endured. He felt a pang of guilt, knowing that they had risked everything. As they entered the clearing where the pack often gathered, silence fell. Pack members turned their eyes to the returning Alpha and the woman who had entwined her destiny with his. Unease rippled through the group, and Ethan could sense the tension rising. Alpha, his beta, Marcus, stepped forward, concern etched on his face. "We felt the disturbance in the woods. Are you both alright?" Ethan nodded, though the words caught in his throat. "We faced darkness, but we triumphed." He glanced at Luna, whose eyes were cast down, avoiding the gazes filled with scrutiny and unease. But there are still shadows that linger. As murmurs rippled through the pack, Luna felt their apprehension like a weight on her heart. "I am sorry for the trouble I have caused," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the rustle of leaves. "I never meant for this to happen." Marcus stepped forward, his brow furrowing in concern. "It is not you we fear, Luna. Your arrival has stirred something we can't quite understand, the stories of the witch and the curse they haunt our past." Ethan's heart pounded. He knew the tales, the warnings passed down through generations. "We need to find a way to ensure this darkness doesn't return," he asserted, his voice steady. "Together as a pack, we will protect our home." The air thickened with tension as Ethan met the eyes of his pack. They harbored the fear that had been nestled deep within their hearts, a fear of the unknown that threatened their unity. "Ethan," Luna interjected, her voice trembling as she stepped forward. "You don't have to fight this battle alone. I'll seek out the knowledge of the ancients. There might be a way to lift the curse that binds me." Gasps filled the air, and Ethan's heart sank. "Luna, no, you can take that burden on yourself. We've faced darkness together. You don't have to do this alone." Her emerald eyes were fierce yet vulnerable. "But if I am the cause of the shadows, Ethan, wouldn't it be better for everyone if I find a way to sever my ties with this curse?" "That?" Ethan's voice cracked, raw with emotion. "You are not your blood. I won't let you go on this dangerous quest alone." Luna took a step back, her flashing across her features. "I refuse to be the reason your pack suffers, Ethan. If there is a chance to end this, I must try, even if it means walking into the depths of danger." "Danger? You think I'd let you walk into that darkness alone?" Ethan's voice rose, desperation clawing at him. "You were my mate, my heart. The thought of losing you would destroy me." Silence enveloped them, each word hanging heavy in the air. Luna's expression softened as she touched his arm, her warmth radiating through him. "Then trust me, trust that I can face this. We can't let fear lead our decisions." Ethan clenched his jaw, torn between love and the instinct to protect. "I would give anything for your safety, Luna, anything." "I know," she replied softly, her voice lingering in the air like a gentle breeze. "But sometimes love means letting go, even if it is just for a moment." As they stood beneath the silver light of the moon, Ethan felt a deep anguish swell within him, a battle of emotions they both faced. He wished he could shield her from every storm, every shadow. But he also knew that Luna's strength was boundless, her spirit unbreakable. "Then we'll face this together," he said finally, his voice steadying with resolve. "But you promise you'll come back to me. Promise me, Luna." She nodded, determination glimmering in her eyes. "I promise." In that moment, silence fell, and the weight of their promises hung between them as palpable as the shadows they had fought. The pack watched, their expressions a blend of admiration and concern, as the bond between their alpha and the outsider deepened. The next few days passed in a haze of preparation. Luna spent hours poring over ancient texts, seeking knowledge about her bloodline and the darkness entwined within it. Ethan remained close, his presence a constant reassurance as she navigated the complexities of her curse. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the forest, Luna found herself standing at the edge of the clearing, lost in thought. Ethan approached, his heart swelling with pride and concern as he watched her. "What are you thinking?" he asked softly, stepping beside her. "I've found something," Luna replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Legends speak of a sacred grove where the spirits of witches gather. They could help lift my curse. Ethan's heart raced, but a sense of fear crept in. That sounds dangerous, Luna. We don't know what we'll face there. I know, she admitted, her gaze locked on the horizon. But if there is a chance to end this, I have to try for us. He turned to face her, urgency spilling from his heart. You can go alone. I'll go with you. We'll face whatever lies ahead. Luna sighed, her resolve wavering as she looked into his eyes, filled with fierce determination. Ethan, this is my burden to bear. You lead the pack. You can risk it all for me. Every moment without you by my side is a risk I refuse to take, he replied, passion igniting in his words. I love you, Luna. I will not let you face this darkness alone. Her breath caught, the weight of his words wrapping around her heart. And if the darkness consumes you? Then we'll fight it together, he said firmly. We'll find a way to shield each other from the shadows. With a heavy heart, Luna nodded, feeling the warmth of his love radiate between them. Then together we shall go. As the sun dipped lower, they set out toward the sacred grove, the air thick with anticipation and uncertainty. Each step felt like a leap into the unknown, but they were bound by the unwavering strength of their connection. As night fell, the forest transformed, the once familiar path shrouded in a veil of mystique. They entered the grove, where ancient trees twisted toward the heavens, their roots entwined in a dance of shadows and light. In the center stood an altar, illuminated by the moon's soft glow. This must be it, Luna whispered, awe filling her voice. The spirits will guide us. But as they approached, a chill crept through the air. Ethan's instincts fled, the darkness lurking at the edges of the grove. Stay close, Luna, he warned, scanning the shadows. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, an apparition draped in flowing robes. It radiated an ancient power, its voice whispering through the clearing. You dare seek the spirits, young witch? Luna stepped forward, her heart racing. I seek to lift my curse to free myself from the darkness that plagues my blood. The figure's gaze pierced through her, a knowing glimmer in its eyes. Your blood is intertwined with shadows, and darkness cannot be easily severed. Ethan moved protectively in front of Luna, growling as shadows began to twist around him. She is not just her blood, she is bound to light and love. The figure chuckled, its voice echoing hauntingly. Ah, love, a powerful force, but it alone cannot shield you. Are you willing to sacrifice for her? Ethan's heart raced. I would sacrifice everything for her. She is my mate. Then you must choose, the spirit declared, its voice reverberating through the grove. One must face the darkness alone, while the other remains the light. Only then can the curse be broken. Luna's breath hitched confusion and fear intertwining. Now we will face this together, we promised. The figure's eyes narrowed. Choices must be made, child of the forest. Love cannot shield you from fate, it can only illuminate your path. Ethan felt his heart tear at the weight of the spirit's words. They lingered in the air, heavy with the gravity of a fateful decision that could shatter everything they had fought for. Together, he whispered fiercely. We promised to face everything together. Ethan, Luna said, her voice wavering with emotion, I can't let you sacrifice yourself for me. I want to allow it. She stepped closer, desperation etched into her features. Do you understand what they were asking? I understand that I do walk through fire for you, he replied, an intensity in his gaze that ignited a fire within her heart. You are my mate, and I want to abandon you to the shadows. The spirit watched with cold eyes as the tension between them thickened. So be it, it intoned, its voice a haunting melody. But remember, the darkness will test the very fabric of your bond. Only one can walk the path of shadows to lift the curse. Luna's heart raced, her mind spinning with the implications of such a choice. What if we both fail? Her voice cracked, fear pulling in her chest. What if your light can't reach me in the darkness? Ethan took her hands in his, grounding her amidst the whirlwind of uncertainty. We want to fail. Love is not just a shield, it is a weapon. We'll fight, no matter the cost. His conviction echoed in the depths of her soul, igniting the flicker of hope she desperately needed. Your blood is tainted. The spirit spoke again, its voice slow and ominous. You must confront the source of your curse, Luna. If you wish to free yourself, you must venture into the heart of darkness alone. Luna swallowed hard, her heart pounding with every word. And what do I have to lose? Will it take Ethan from me? Will it consume him? His spirit's gaze softened for a brief moment, as if it sensed the weight of her turmoil. There is always a price for freedom. Only through sacrifice can the curse be lifted. Ethan clenched, his jaw, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. This isn't fair. He turned to Luna, his voice fierce yet vulnerable. You don't have to bear this alone. I want to let you. And I want to let you throw your life away, she countered, her eyes blazing with defiance. You are my light, Ethan. I can let the darkness take you. I want to let that happen no matter what they say. The spirit observed them in silence, its presence a looming shadow over their hearts. Choose wisely, it warned, its form beginning to blow with the shadows around them. The time is upon you. Face the darkness or succumb to its whispers forever. As the spirit faded, the grove grew eerily silent. Ethan and Luna stood on the precipice of destiny, their hearts racing in sync with the unyielding pulse of the earth beneath them. Luna, please, Ethan murmured, his voice laced with urgency. You don't have to make this choice alone. We are stronger together. Tears shimmered in Luna's eyes, her resolve wavering against the tide of fear and love crashing within her. I wish it were that simple, but love cannot shield you from the darkness that haunts me. I've seen what it can do, Ethan. I can let you suffer. Then let me help you fight it, he begged, anguish twisting in his chest. There has to be another way. But she shook her head, sorrow etched into her features. The only way to lift this curse is to face it head-on. I need to confront my mother's legacy, and if that means I have to go into the shadows alone, then I will. A weight settled in the pit of Ethan's stomach, a sense of foreboding that threatened to consume him. I can let you do this, he whispered, the words filled with desperation. Ethan, Luna's voice softened, a gentle caress against the storm raging within him. You have to trust me. I need you to believe in me, even if it means risking everything. Every part of me is screaming not to let you go, he replied, his voice low and cracked with emotion. I want to lose you to the darkness. Then hold on to that fear, she urged, her gaze fierce yet tender. Use it to guide me back through the darkness and into the light. Promise me you will wait for me, no matter how long it takes. I promise, he breathed, pulling her close, their hearts beating in sync. But I'll never stop fighting for you, not now, not ever. With tears streaming down her cheeks, Luna pressed her forehead against his, their breaths mingling in the cool night air. We will find a way. If I am to face this darkness, I'll do it for us, for our future. As they held each other tightly, the shadows began to swirl around them. It's time, the spirit's voice echoed in the distance, urging them toward their fates. Together, Ethan whispered, holding on to her tightly, grounding her as they faced the unknown. No matter what happens, I'll be right here. Together, she echoed, a fire igniting in her heart as she stepped back, breaking their embrace. I love you, Ethan, always. I love you too, he responded, fear and admiration mingling in the depths of his gaze. And I'll be waiting for you on the other side. With a deep breath, Luna took a step forward, the shadows enveloping her as she prepared to face the darkness alone. Ethan felt the weight of her absence like a stone in his chest, but he held tight to the hope that burned brightly between them, vowing to stand strong until she returned. As Luna stepped into the inky darkness, she felt the chill seep into her very core. The shadows twisted and shifted around her, whispering deceitful promises that tugged at her heart. You belong to us, child of the witch. Embrace the darkness within. No, she shouted, resolve surging through her. I am not my blood, I am more than this curse. But the shadows laughed, their voices a chorus of torment. You cannot escape your legacy, you will always carry it with you. As they closed in on her, Luna remembered Ethan's words. He had fought for her a light in the enveloping dark. Channeling that love, she concentrated, reaching deep within her essence. I am not afraid of you, she declared, defying the shadows that sought to consume her. I will find my strength. With a fierce cry, she summoned the warmth of her love for Ethan, feeling it pulse through her veins like fire. Light burst forth, illuminating the dark expanse around her. The shadows recoiled, howling in rage. Your light cannot save you, they hissed, but Luna pressed on, pushing against the darkness with every ounce of energy. Stop! Luna shouted, feeling the ancient magic coursing through her. You will not take me, you will not take my love. As light and darkness clashed, she felt the presence of her mother's spirit hovering in the depths of her mind. You are strong, Luna, embrace your power. You are the combination of light and shadow. I will not be chained by your legacy. Luna cried, her voice rising above the cacophony of despair. I choose to forge my own path. The shadows shrieked in fury, but her light grew stronger, illuminating every corner of the darkness. She envisioned Ethan beside her, the bond that tethered them unbreakable, igniting a sense of purpose within her. With one final push, she unleashed her energy, a radiant brilliance that shattered the darkness. The shadows dissipated, their whispers fading into nothingness, leaving only silence in their wake. Luna stood amidst the ruins of the darkness, breathless and trembling. She felt the weight of her mother's legacy lift, leaving behind only the echoes of her choices. She had faced her fears and emerged victorious, but the journey was not yet over. "I will find my way back to you, Ethan," she whispered, her heart swelling with determination. "I will not be lost to the shadows." As she turned to leave the remnants of darkness behind, she felt the pull of the bond connecting them, guiding her back to the light. Meanwhile, Ethan stood in the grove, his heart heavy with worry and anticipation. The shadows had receded, but he could feel the lingering uncertainty in the air. "Luna," he whispered into the silence, longing for her presence. Moments stretched like an eternity until finally the shadows parted, revealing Luna emerging from the darkness. As their eyes met, time seemed to freeze, the world around them falling away. "Ethan," she cried, rushing into his arms, their souls colliding in a fierce embrace. "I did it. I faced the darkness and broke the curse." He held her tightly, relief flooding through him. "You are safe," he breathed, pulling back to look deeply into her eyes. "I was so afraid I'd lose you." "You won't lose me," she promised, her voice steady and unwavering. "We've faced the darkness together and emerged stronger. Our love is unbreakable." As they stood in the heart of the sacred grove, surrounded by the remnants of their struggle, they knew their journey was far